All living organisms need raw materials to build most of their body molecules. Living organisms also require energy to perform the metabolic reactions. Food is a substance which, when taken, digested, and incorporated into the body tissues, provides material for energy, repair, growth, and all other essential life processes. The food materials which provide the two primary requirements of life, that is, raw materials and energy, are called nutrients. Our food contains components like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins, and water. The alimentary canal receives food, then temporarily stores it, digests it, and absorbs the digested food. Digestion breaks large, non-absorbable macromolecules into small, absorbable micromolecules or monomers. After digestion, the food is absorbed and assimilated in the body. The indigestible matter is eliminated from the body.
ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਆਪਣੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪਾਠ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਜੀਵ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਕਿਰਿਆਵਾਂ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਭੋਜਨ ਅਤੇ ਊਰਜਾ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੋਜਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਾਰਬੋਹਾਈਡਰੇਟਸ, ਪ੍ਰੋਟੀਨਸ ਅਤੇ ਚਰਬੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਐਲੀਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਕੈਨਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਂਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਨਾਲ ਇਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਿਰਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਈਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਡਾਈਜੈਸਟਿਵ ਗਲੈਂਡਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਂਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ ਸਿਕਰੀਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਗੈਸਟ੍ਰੋਇੰਟੇਸਟਾਈਨਲ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੈਸਟ੍ਰੋਇੰਟੇਸਟਾਈਨਲ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ ਸਟਮਕ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਟੈਸਟਾਈਨ ਵਿਚਲੇ ਐਂਡੋਕਰਾਈਨ ਸੈਲਸ ਸਿਕਰੀਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੈਸਟ੍ਰੋਇੰਟੇਸਟਾਈਨਲ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ, ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਪਸ਼ਨ, ਐਸੀਮੀਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਅਤੇ ਇਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹੀਏ, I would like to share the learning objectives of this lesson.
Upon completion of this topic, learners will be able to describe gastrointestinal hormones, explain the process of absorption, define the process of simple diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion. Explain the absorption of fats. Describe process of assimilation of absorbed food. Describe the process of egestion.
Gastrointestinal hormones. Students, gastrointestinal hormones are the hormones secreted by the endocrine cells found scattered in the mucosa of the stomach and the intestine. These endocrine cells are not organized to form complex endocrine glands. ਇਹ hormones digestive activities ਨੂੰ regulate ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ. The release of secretions from the digestive glands is controlled by hormones. The hormones are carried by blood to the digestive glands, which then release their secretions. So now let us study the hormonal control of digestive secretions. Let us start with gastrin.
Gastrin is secreted by gastrin cells or G cells in the pyloric region of the stomach. Gastrin stimulates gastric glands to secrete and release the gastric juice. Gastric mobility is also stimulated by this hormone. The second hormone is enterogastron or GIP, which is gastric inhibitory peptide. This hormone is secreted by duodenal epithelium. It inhibits gastric secretion and slows gastric contraction. The third hormone is secretin. It was the first hormone to be discovered by scientists. This hormone is secreted by S cells of mucosa of duodenum and jejunum. It stimulates the release of sodium bicarbonate from pancreas and liver. The fourth one is cholecystokinin or CCK, pancreozymin or PZ. It causes release of bile by contraction of the gallbladder. This hormone is secreted by the epithelium of the entire small intestine. It also brings about the release of digestive enzymes in the pancreatic juice. Next one is duocrinin. This hormone is secreted by duodenal epithelium and stimulates the Brunner's glands to release mucus into small intestine juice. Next one is enterocrinin. This hormone is secreted by the epithelium of entire small intestine. Crypts of Leberkuchen are stimulated to release large amount of intestinal enzymes. Next hormone is vasoactive intestinal peptide or VIP. Epithelium of entire small intestine secretes this hormone. It dilates peripheral blood vessels of the gut. It inhibits gastric acid secretion. Next hormone is bilirubin, which is secreted by epithelium of small intestine. It accelerates movements of villi for increased absorption of food. Another hormone is somatostatin or SS. It is secreted by delta cells of islets of Langerhans of the pancreas. It inhibits the secretion of glucagon by alpha cells and insulin by beta cells. The last one hormone we are going to discuss is pancreatic polypeptide. This hormone is secreted by the pancreatic polypeptide cells of islets of Langerhans. It inhibits the release of pancreatic juice from the pancreas.
Dear students, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਹੀ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ ਡਾਈਜੈਸਟਿਵ ਗਲੈਂਡਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਿਕ੍ਰੀਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਰੈਗੂਲੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੂਰੀ ਆਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਫੂਡ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਐਂਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਫੂਡ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਮਝਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਫੂਡ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ small intestine ਦੇ internal surface ਰਾਹੀਂ absorb ਕਰ ਲਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। Absorption is a process by which nutrients pass from the alimentary canal into the blood and lymph through its mucous membrane. Monosaccharide, amino acids, fatty acids, glycerol, salts, vitamins and water are the components to be absorbed. विद्यार्थियों, एलिमेंटरी कैनाल दी म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन द्वारा डाइजेस्टेड फूड ਨੂੰ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਕੀਤੇ ਭੋਜਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੋਨੋਸੈਕਰਾਈਡਸ, ਅਮੀਨੋ ਐਸਿਡਸ, ਫੈਟੀ ਐਸਿਡਸ, ਗਲਿਸਰੋਲ, ਸਾਲਟਸ, ਵਿਟਾਮਿਨਸ ਐਂਡ ਵਾਟਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ।
Site of absorption. About 90% of absorption of nutrients occurs in the small intestine, and the remaining 10% occur in the stomach and large intestine. So, small intestine is the principal organ for absorption of nutrients. Some water and salts, alcohol, some drugs are absorbed in the stomach. Water and products of bacterial digestion that is amino acids and vitamin B complex and vitamin K are absorbed in large intestine.
Dear students, आओ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਕਿ absorption ਕਿਹੜੇ-ਕਿਹੜੇ ਤਰੀਕਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। आओ ਆਪਾਂ mechanism of absorption ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੀਏ। Practically, all absorption takes place through the small intestine. Small intestine is adapted to ensure complete absorption in the following forms.
Enormous length of small intestine, which is about 6 meters. Permanent circular folds on the mucosa called plicae circularis, intestinal mucosa raised into millions of finger-like projections known as villi, and each intestinal cell has numerous and electron microscopic evaginations called microvilli. Each villus has a lymph vessel called lacteal in the center, which is surrounded by a network of capillaries. Sugars, amino acids, water, minerals, and products of nucleic acids are absorbed by blood capillaries of the villi, and fatty acids and glycerol are absorbed into the lacteals as shown here in the visual. Mechanism of absorption. Absorption occurs by two processes: passive absorption and active absorption. Passive absorption. This process occurs along the concentration gradient. Passive absorption occurs via simple diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion.
Now students, we will study about simple diffusion. Students, simple diffusion ਦੀ ਵਿਧੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੁਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਭੋਜਨ ਦੇ ਛੋਟੇ-ਛੋਟੇ ਕਣ ਮਿਊਕਸ ਮੈਂਬਰੇਨ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਲੰਘ ਕੇ ਬਲੱਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਪਿਆਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਿਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਹੀ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੁਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਭੋਜਨ ਦੇ ਕਣਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਨਸੈਂਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਲੱਡ ਵਿਚਲੇ ਭੋਜਨ ਦੇ ਕਣਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਨਸੈਂਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪਾਸੇ ਕਣਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਨਸੈਂਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਡਿਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਕਿ ਡਿਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਨਾਲ 100% ਭੋਜਨ ਦੇ ਕਣ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਵਿਧੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਲੋ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਸਿੰਪਲ ਡਿਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਸਮੋਸਿਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਅਤੇ ਐਲਕੋਹਲ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਬਲੱਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਲਿਊਟ ਦੀ ਕਨਸੈਂਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਸਮੋਸਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਫਾਈਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੀ। Osmosis. Osmosis is the process of movement of solvent molecules from low solute concentration solution to high solute concentration solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Water is absorbed by osmosis. This process of osmosis occurs so long as the solute concentration is higher in blood than the intestinal contents.
Facilitated diffusion. The process is more rapid than simple diffusion because the nutrients are carried across the cell membrane by carrier protein molecules, as you can see here clearly in the visual. No energy utilization takes place during this process, so there is no active participation of cells.
Now students, we will study about active absorption. In this process, the nutrients are absorbed through the intestinal mucosa against a concentration gradient. This is a rapid process and it depends upon the energy provided by the ATP.
Active absorption occurs by two processes: active transport and endocytosis. Active transport. This process is independent of concentration gradient. Active transport is far more rapid than diffusion. This process involves carrier protein molecules like permeases or translocases of the cell membrane. Energy derived from hydrolysis of ATP is used during this process as shown here. Glucose, galactose, amino acids, and sodium ions are absorbed by this process.
आओ हुण ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਮਝ ਲਈਏ ਕਿ ਐਂਡੋਸਾਈਟੋਸਿਸ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। Endocytosis. It is also an active process. In this process, cells lining the small intestine take up small portions of chyle. In the absorption of food, the real importance of endocytosis is still not clear. Dear students, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੈਟਸ ਦੀ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਪਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੋਵੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਫੈਟਸ ਦੀ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਪਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਰਬੋਹਾਈਡਰੇਟਸ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੀਨਸ ਦੀ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਪਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਆਓ ਵੇਖੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਝੀਏ ਕਿ ਫੈਟਸ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। Absorption of fats. The product of lipid digestion enters the body by a different process and a different route. The end product of fats is a mixture of diglycerides, monoglycerides, long-chain fatty acids, and glycerol. As glycerol is water-soluble, it is directly absorbed by mucosal cells of intestine. Long-chain fatty acids, monoglycerides, diglycerides are insoluble in water and cannot be absorbed easily. So let us check how it happens.
Monoglycerides and fatty acids are first acted upon by the bile salts and phospholipids to form small spherical droplets called micelles that are water-soluble molecules. Once stabilized in the micelles, digestive enzymes from the pancreas can begin their work. Lipase breaks down the fats into fatty acids and monoglycerides. These lipids can easily pass through the plasma membrane in the intestinal mucosa and enter the epithelial cells. Once they enter the epithelial cells, fatty acids and monoglycerides are transported into the endoplasmic reticulum, where they are used to synthesize triglycerides. These fats are then mixed with cholesterol and coated with special proteins. These special structures are known as chylomicrons. These chylomicrons are transported by exocytosis out of epithelial cells into lymph vessels called lacteal. From the lacteals, these lipoprotein chylomicrons are carried into the bloodstream directly via thoracic lymphatic duct.
Blockage of bile duct may stop the flow of bile, leading to elimination of large amounts of unabsorbed fats in the feces. Small intestine ਵਿੱਚ food absorption ਦੇ process ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ large intestine ਵਿੱਚ chyle ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤਬਦੀਲੀਆਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। Role of large intestine. The chyle in large intestine consists of about 75% water, some fatty acids, and proteinaceous substances and excess enzymes. As the waste material moves toward colon, water is absorbed into the blood. Bacteria like Escherichia coli and Streptococcus faecalis are symbiotic bacteria residing in a healthy colon, which feed on proteinaceous material, splitting it into amino acids which are absorbed into the blood. The colon bacteria also synthesize vitamins B1, B2, biotin, folic acid and potassium ions which are absorbed. These bacteria convert bile pigments into brown colored pigments that give color to the feces. प्यारे बच्चों, ਅੱਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਹੋਇਆ ਫੂਡ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਉਚਿਤ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਕਿ ਐਬਜ਼ੌਰਬਡ ਫੂਡ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਸਿਮੀਲੇਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਕਿਉਂ ਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਮਝ ਲਈਏ ਕਿ ਐਸਿਮੀਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਫੂਡ ਤੋਂ ਕੀ ਭਾਵ ਹੈ। Assimilation of food. The blood transports absorbed food materials to different body cells where food materials become integral component of the living protoplasm and are used for energy, growth and repair. This is assimilation of food. The various food molecules taken up by the cells are transformed like this. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਅਮੀਨੋ ਐਸਿਡਸ ਸਾਡੀ ਬਾਡੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਸਿਮੀਲੇਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ।
Amino acids. Amino acids are not stored but are taken up by the cells in connection with the synthesis of proteins. Some of these proteins finally change into living material, the protoplasm, for repair and growth, while some act as enzymes to catalyze chemical reactions. Still, other amino acids are changed into glucose by gluconeogenesis for use as respiratory fuel as shown here.
Students, here harmful and excess of amino acids get deaminated in the liver and are changed into urea by the ornithine cycle. Amino acids ਦੀ assimilation ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ carbohydrates ਦੇ monosaccharide units that is glucose, fructose and galactose ਦੀ assimilation ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Most of the glucose acts as respiratory fuel and provides energy for metabolism. Excess of glucose is converted into glycogen in the liver and stored for supply at the time of need. Some glucose is also stored in the muscles as glycogen. It is used as fuel in the muscles themselves. Some glucose is changed into fats that are stored in the liver and muscles. ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਕਾਰਬੋਹਾਈਡਰੇਟਸ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫੈਟਸ ਵੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡਿੰਗ ਫੂਡਸ ਹਨ। ਆਓ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਕਿ ਫੈਟਸ ਦੇ ਸਮਾਲਰ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਬਾਡੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਸਿਮੀਲੇਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਫੈਟਸ। The absorbed fats change into different types of characteristic fats in human body by rearrangement of fatty acids. Most of the fats are used in the formation of cellular biomembranes. Some fats act as respiratory fuels. Excess of fat is stored in the liver and adipose tissue. Dear students, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੋਜਨ ਡਾਈਜੈਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਐਲੀਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਕੈਨਾਲ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਲੀਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਕੈਨਾਲ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਅਨਡਾਈਜੈਸਟਡ ਫੂਡ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ।
Egestion. The elimination of feces from the alimentary canal is called egestion or defecation. The waste matter discharged from the alimentary canal is called feces or stool. The feces are formed of water, which is 75%, and solid matter, which is 25%. In solid matter, about 3% is bacteria, about 30% is undigested roughage, about 20% fat, about 15% is inorganic matter, and about 3% is protein. Dead mucosal cells, mucus, and cholesterol are also present in feces. The undigested food along with water, which is 75%, and excess of digestive enzymes enter the large intestine. In colon, water is absorbed and undigested food is concentrated into feces. The undigested food is moved backward by peristaltic movements known as bowel movements. The feces are temporarily stored in rectum, and more water is reabsorbed here, and then the feces are finally expelled out through the anus.
Students, this process of egestion is helped by coordinated contraction of muscles of large intestine, abdominal muscles and diaphragm, and relaxation of muscles of anal sphincters. This process is partly voluntary and partly involuntary. So students, enough for today. Let us quickly check with short questions what you have grabbed today. Be attentive, here are some questions. The first question is, what are gastrointestinal hormones? Answer. Gastrointestinal hormones are the hormones secreted by the endocrine cells found scattered in the mucosa of the stomach and the intestine. The next question is, what is the source for hormone gastrin? The answer is, mucosa of pyloric stomach is the source for hormone gastrin. My next question is, what is the role of villi-kinin? The answer is, villi-kinin accelerates movements of villi. The next question is, what is pancreatic polypeptide hormone? Answer. This hormone is secreted by the pancreatic polypeptide cells of islets of Langerhans. It inhibits the release of pancreatic juice from the pancreas. My next question is, what is absorption? Answer. The digested food passes from the alimentary canal into the blood and lymph through its mucous membrane. This process is called absorption. Next question. In which part of the alimentary canal does absorption mainly occur? Answer. In the small intestine. My next question is, name two types of processes for absorption of food. The answer is passive absorption and active absorption. Next question. What is passive absorption? The answer is passive absorption occurs along the concentration gradient. Passive absorption occurs via simple diffusion, osmosis, facilitated diffusion. Next question is, what is facilitated diffusion? The answer is, facilitated diffusion is type of passive absorption by which the nutrients are carried across the cell membrane by carrier protein molecules. Next question. What is a lacteal? The answer is, it is a lymphatic vessel of a villus. Next question. What is the function of bile salts? Answer is, bile's sodium carbonate neutralizes hydrochloric acid of chyme and other bile salts emulsify fats. My next question is, name 2 types of symbiotic bacteria present in the healthy human colon. The answer is Escherichia coli and Streptococcus faecalis. Next question, what is assimilation? The answer is assimilation means the incorporation of absorbed food materials into the tissue cells. Hope I have made a successful attempt to clear the concepts regarding hormonal control, absorption, assimilation and egestion, which will help you in fetching good marks in the exam. Thanks for your cooperation and attention. Looking forward to the next class. See you then. Thanks.